What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing fantastically well out there. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 powerful daily habits I've incorporated into my own life to improve my confidence, my mental health, just to generally improve my life. Now, the habits I'm going to be talking about are not your stereotypical, yoga, meditation, journaling, all the rest of it, as I know that you've all heard all of that stuff before. The ones that I'm going to be sharing with you today, you may not have thought about, you may not see as being particularly powerful or impactful, but I can promise you that they really are, especially if you have a similar personality to myself. Now, before I launch into the 5 powerful habits, if you're new to my channel, my name is Dean-Bryson. I'm an online fitness and mindset coach. I release videos every single Wednesday to help you guys to up-level your life. So if you want to stay updated with my videos, subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get into those 5 powerful habits. Okay, so number 1, and this is pretty obvious given that I'm an online fitness coach and also a personal trainer, is training in the gym. Okay, I'm a big believer that getting yourself into the gym every day, if not 5 or 6 times a week, can be really, really productive for your mental health. Now, I don't prescribe getting to the gym 5 or 6 times a week or even every day to my clients. But what I would say is that if you are in fairly good shape already and you're fairly used to going to the gym, then try and up the number of sessions you're doing from maybe 3 or 4 times a week to 5 or 6, maybe even 7. I can guarantee you will start to feel better within yourself. It may not necessarily be the best for muscle growth and for your overall physique, but what I would say is that it will transform your mindset and your mental health. Just because you're doing something productive, you're doing something that relieves stress, you're doing something that is good for your endorphins and hormones and all the rest of it. So even if you're getting into the gym for like 45 minutes to an hour, you don't always have to be lifting weights. You could be doing cardio or doing a little bit of abs. But if you're getting in there every single day, then I can promise you that it's going to make a big difference to your mental health. Number 2 is to listen to music, or just generally listening to stuff, like whether it's podcasts, audiobooks. I've found that I'm an auditory learner. I think that's the right way to say it. Like, I prefer to listen than to look at things, to read, because my eyes are quite sensitive, and if I'm looking at a screen all day, I start to get a bit of a headache and stuff. And it also obviously comes on to the next habit, which is, it allows me to walk around, to be outside in nature and all the rest of it. So it's great for your mood as well. So when you're listening to music, it's helping to you to tap into your emotions. It's helping you to tap into the side of your brain that is responsible for creativity and imagination and all the rest of it, which is obviously very important for me as a content creator, but just generally important for me as a human being. I feel best when I am creating and when I'm being imaginative, and when I'm tapping into my emotions. Now, with that being said, listening to the same type of music all the time isn't necessarily going to be good for you. Like, if you're listening to sad music all the time, then you're always going to feel sad. Like, it's kind of quite obvious. So you need to be conscious of the kind of stuff that you're listening to and try to keep it varied, so that you're giving your brain and you're giving your emotions something different to feel. And that's important because, as you're feeling certain emotions, you can kind of tap into them through using music or listening to a podcast or an audiobook. And it helps you to have more awareness around that emotion, where your thoughts are going, where that particular feeling is coming from, so you can start to be more aware of it and then change it and improve your emotional intelligence. Habit number 3 is walking. So I started this habit probably in one of the worst times of my life. When I was severely depressed, I just walked out of my job because I was really stressed and obviously depressed as well, as I said. I was having counselling at the time, and I couldn't sleep, so I would just go on night walks, and that's really when the habit started. And I started to just find that as I went out and I went for a walk, my mind started to clear. As the time's gone on, obviously I don't walk at night anymore because I haven't got insomnia anymore, but I go outside when it's light and I go for a walk, and it's just obviously good to take in the fresh air to get the vitamin D, but it's also just good to keep your thoughts moving. If you do suffer from anxiety and depression, then keeping your body active, also trying to still your mind is really important for just generally feeling good, feeling better about yourself. Habit number 4 is to reach out to online friends or friends in person. Generally it tends to be, for me, more online people, just because I found that the connections that I have generally been stronger with online people. Maybe it's because of the fact that they're online, so it's easier to share stuff. It feels like I've got a little bit more privacy there, and I think it's also because with what I do, creating content, social media, personal training, fitness coaching, online world, all the rest of it, entrepreneurship, I find that generally I connect better with people online because I can actually find people that are specifically interested in the same stuff as me, whereas it's a bit more difficult in person, and if I don't have that connection there, I find it quite difficult to really share my emotions and what's going on for me. But yeah, I make a daily habit of reaching out to my friends online, just to make sure that they're doing all right, and just to generally have a conversation, to check in. I'm not the biggest of talkers in general life. Obviously when I'm in the gym, I'm speaking to people, but it's more on a level of me helping and supporting members and all the rest of it, as well as in my online coaching. It's a similar sort of thing. So as a coach, obviously I need to have support as well, so reaching out daily to offload some of that stuff is really important for me, and I'm sure it would be important for you as well. So if you're going through stuff, make sure you're reaching out to people that you trust, because that can be really helpful. Obviously, going to therapy, going to counselling, that is something that I would recommend you doing if you're struggling right now, but they can't be there for you all the time, whereas your friends can be a little bit more consistent with you, can give you a bit more time, energy and attention. But with that being said, don't fully rely on them. The way that you feel is your responsibility. And the last powerful daily habit is posting content on social media. So you may not think this is particularly relevant for you if you aren't a content creator, but just generally speaking or writing out your thoughts, even if it's not going out to an audience, can really help you to start compartmentalizing and just organizing what's going on inside of your mind if you've got lots of stuff going on. And I find that really helpful for myself, not only just to get it out there, but also to communicate that in a way where I'm getting some sort of feedback from people. So even if I'm going to get criticism or bad comments about the stuff that I'm putting out there, I know that effectively I've given myself permission to speak my truth and to be honest, even if it's not necessarily a popular opinion. And I think that can be really, really important for your confidence and your self-esteem. Because if you can do that in an online space, it then kind of helps you to start doing that a little bit more in person as well. You feel like you can be a bit more authentic. You can express your opinion even if other people don't agree or have got different opinions. And you're just generally less afraid, less worried, less anxious around other people. So those are my 5 powerful daily habits. I hope you found this video to be useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to make sure you stay up to date with most recent videos. And go follow my Instagram if you want to see daily content related to fitness and mindset. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.